Today I'm going to go a little overboard on analyzing what I read last year. I was inspired by Mother Effing Books video from last year, link below. Let's get our pie charts on. I read 40 books in 2014. I wanted to be 50 books, but I didn't get there. I did read more than I did in 2013, so forward progress. And now here comes the pie charts. First up is gender of the authors. I was pleasantly surprised that this was more balanced than I expected. I thought I read way more male authors than female, but I didn't. It was pretty even, so yay! Age range was the most surprising part. I thought I read way more YA children's lit, but I actually read slightly more adult. I'm very happy with this result. I like this balance in my reading. The genre pie chart is a little intense. I read most of contemporary at 25%, but right behind is science fiction at 22%. This is the first year I realized I actually like a lot of science fiction. That's interesting realization, I guess. Graphic novels come in third place at 70%, which is a nice place I want to have my graphic novel reading. There, but not taking over all my reading. A surprising genre is horror. I didn't think I was really a horror fan, but there it is, and they're at 7%. It's important to note that all the horror books were zombie related, and majority were Walking Dead novels, so I'm still a scaredy cat when it comes to most horror. Now on to most read authors. I knew there wasn't one author that I read a ton of in 2014. I was thinking most read would be Rainbow Rowell, but then I forgot I read 3 of Neil Gaiman's Sandman graphic novel volumes. So Neil Gaiman takes the prize of most read author for my 2014, although Rainbow Rowell, John Green, Warren Johnson, and Robert Kirkman, J. Bonanziga, I don't know how to say his last name, were very close behind. Pages read. This was probably the one statistic I was most excited to find out about. I had a maximum pages in a book of 550, which I believe was Crest by Marissa Meyer, and I think this is respectable for fun reading while in grad school. My minimum page was 136, which was a children's book, so that's understandable. I'm happy with my average of 317.5, especially during grad school. I think that 300 pages is a respectable book length at this time of my life, so the fact that I went a little higher than that is great. Now on to goals. I'm not one to set too strict of goals in my reading, but here are some things that would be nice to accomplish in 2015. I will once again attempt 50 books, which I think is more possible in 2015. I would like to maintain a balanced blend of male-female authors and age range. No big goals for genre, maybe add a few more classics in there because classics can be cool too. I don't have any goals to read one certain author, but it'll be interesting to see who that turns out to be in 2015. For pages read, I would like to equal or raise my average from 317.5 because I like forward progress. That is all for this video. Looking forward to collecting more book reading data this year and comparing 2005 to 2014 in a year. Happy reading!